Hey there guys, Frank-O-Matic here with Cess today.
Hi!
And this is Apple Plus. No, this is actually ALF on the C64. And I apologize if the quality of our voices is a little lower than usual. I forgot an important component when I came over to see Cess. So we're doing it a little differently. I figured it's ALF, so who cares? The game is garbage. Spoilers.
Oh no, you've ruined the whole thing.
But I did this, A, to give a better look at it for those of you who didn't watch the stream video because it was too long or whatever, or you don't do those, or you know.
Whatever reason.
And B, I thought after seeing some of that glorious level finishing art, I needed to complete this. So, to explain the game real quick, in ALF, you have a couple of objectives. Grab pizzas to grab a cat, throw a cat in garage. Do that 4 times. Doing that will spawn boxes. Pick those up. 1 at a time. Take them to the garage. That will spawn a key. Pick that up. Take it to the garage. Level done. There are 4 levels, as best I can tell. That brown thing, that isn't ALF, moving around, is a dog catcher truck and will take 1 of your 3 lives. There's also a dude running around, you'll see him eventually. There he is. That guy is Willy, and he is the absolute worst. Touching him will completely wipe out your progress for the level, but not take away a life. And by completely wipe out, I mean you could have the key in your hand, be heading to the garage, touch him, and you are back to picking up pizzas and cats.
Delightful.
The garbage can, that they were both kind of dancing on down there, stuns you for a couple of seconds if you touch it. Which is real cool when they spawn them in a way that there is no way to get to a certain area without going through a garbage can.
And the cars are nothing?
Yeah, the cars and everything else is just obstacles. Don't do anything. Man, there are a lot of box offices here, I just noticed.
Well, it is Hollywood.
But anyways, this game has some flaws.
Some.
So let's talk about those real quick. One of those you might have noticed is everything is tracked all the time. Everything's moving, even if you're not on the same screen as it. This is a problem because there's no way to see what's on the next screen. So it is possible and in fact highly likely that you will transition to a new screen and immediately be standing on top of a bad guy and get screwed. Another thing that's a minor inconvenience more than a serious flaw is, as you might notice, you can't really see where you can cross the screen in some spots, like this wide border on the right. You have to just memorize the map and know where you can pass through for cases like that, which is a little annoying. And your prize for finishing levels is this.
Delightful. Why is it dripping?
I hate that picture so much. There's just nothing good about that picture. And here's a garbage can stunning you. I don't even know why they bothered, considering that's, again, just an annoyance, not really a obstacle or anything. So level 1 is actually not too bad. Level 2 is also not too bad. The game's still playing basically fair at this point. There are a few pizzas. The cats more actively try to avoid you now, which is fair. But there's lots of areas to get them trapped in. Another problem this game has is the collision detection is existent about 50% of the time. you'll eventually see me just walk right through cats a few times and have the game not respond at all.
Good.
So yeah, the goal of this, I think, is over the course of 4 levels to rebuild a ship to send ALF home. But it's kind of hard to tell because the pieces in the upper left there, covering up the ALF logo, don't appear in order, they appear in like a random mess. And I assume there's a minigame to put it together correctly after you get them all. But the pieces are a random mess and also like rainbow colored for no obvious reason.
Oh no.
You might also notice at this point that the bad guys are only kinda tracking me, like that they spot me, they'll kinda follow me, but they lose interest really quick. When we get to level 3, I'll have more things to say, because things change very dramatically and suddenly come level 3. In this 4-level game. And I'm dead.
Rip.
In this first run, I left these in, for the full effect, the regular loading times. Which adds a lot of time to your playthrough, solely because that was like 30 seconds of sitting there doing nothing. Of the 2 enemies, losing a life is actually by far the less bad option. Because your lives are restored between levels. You get a full 3 every time.
Well, that's something.
So if you have the option to get run over by the dog catcher truck or run into by Willy, just suicide into the dog catcher truck. Yeah, the reason I decided to see about getting this completed is A, this game deserves to be chronicled in some way. It's just amazing for all the wrong reasons. And B, after playing it on stream, I thought, okay, now that I understand what I'm supposed to do, this seems like it should be doable. Is that a joke? The chili cats are on me, hey, just kidding, because that... Does that count as a joke? Alright, level 3. At this point, there is exactly 1 pizza, or 2 pizzas. Whereas in level 1 there was like 4, and level 2 there was 3. The cats are way better at dodging you now, and there's less places to trap them. And right there I got completely screwed, just by random chance.
Well, you hadn't made it that far.
So this is what happens when Willy touches you. If I had made any progress at all aside from holding a cat, it would all be gone now. As you can see, the fact that there's only 2 pizzas can be kind of a problem if they both spawn
In the same place.
Yeah. And the enemies are totally willing to just dance around on top of what you need to progress and not move. And also, you'll notice, aside from that incredibly unlucky circumstance there, from this level on, this level and the final level, if an enemy spots you, you're basically dead. They laser in on you and do not stop for anything. So it essentially turns this game into an awful stealth mission, which is really cool because you can't see what's going on screens that you're not on.
Delightful.
So this game has flaws, as discussed. I thought we could use a bit of time here while I'm running around getting murdered from off-screen, like that, to talk a bit about bad game design. This game could have been, actually, given what they wanted to do, I don't know, given the technology at the time, this is like early 80s. that they could have fixed this. And I think this is the point where I started using warp speed to not sit through those load times anymore. But yeah, as you can see, he saw me and that was it. There was no getting away from him there. You might also notice that the map is going from being open to being just like, here is one windy path around the entire level, so if something actually spots you, good luck. Believe it or not, that actually gets worse.
That's bad.
But, yeah, I thought we could spend some time as old people of video gaming talking about bad video game design that we've come across. Because, I don't know about you, but I've played a lot of bad video games.
I don't think I've played as many stinkers as you have.
So what do you got? Anything? Does this bring back any sort of jarring bad decision in gaming things for you? Also, I got by both enemies there. Let's see who it counts it as. Because I don't remember. We're talking over this in post, incidentally.
Willie.
Because I had to do a little bit of editing because the video ended up way longer than I wanted it to originally. And, yeah. This game. But yeah, let's ignore this for now and let it just kind of do its thing. I don't really have anything else to say about it at the moment. I will in a little bit. But to fill in the space. Does it make you think of any other awful games that you played?
Let me see. Not off the top of my head. Nothing is bad in this way that I've played.
Yeah, this is kind of unique in that it's like a really bad Pac-Man kind of game. And even, I've played bad Pac-Man clones, and even most of those are redeemable in some quantity. This, I was getting a little frustrated at this point, as you might imagine.
Yeah.
Because again, I'm not losing lives. I could theoretically be doing this forever. Just never making any progress. That, I think, was... I think you had actually asked me something while I was playing, and I paused it that way.
Oh, sorry.
But yeah, I've played a lot of Pac-Man clones. I've played some good ones, I've played some bad ones. This one is uniquely terrible. It only has... Mainly, if it was all on one screen, I think that would be a big part of fixing this. Like, if instead of the maze being 4 screens where you can't see what's happening in 75% of the game map, it would make this game way more playable.
But then it would have been so small you wouldn't have been able to see it.
Yeah, they would have had to change how they did the mazes. They would have had to change a lot to work with that, but the way it is right now, it's barely playable. I'm fairly certain the fact that I can reliably get to level 3 is probably more than was intended by the people that designed this. Am I dead? I didn't see what got me. Was that Willie?
I have no idea.
I just transitioned and I was dead, so... It was Willie.
So that's a particular type of thing that I do not like. Something that just like, oh, sorry, your progress is over.
Yeah, I would rather
Start over.
I would rather it just kill me. Honestly.
I feel like I've played other games that have done that kind of thing, but I can't name any of them right off the top of my head.
I mean, sometimes losing progress can work. Like in Sword of Fargle, you can lose your map from traps. That's annoying, but it's not, like, crippling.
Right.
I think there are other roguelikes that do similar things. I know in NetHack you can drink a potion of amnesia, which... Don't do that. And now I'm dead. I'm dead, for sure. Game over. So I got to level 3 and was doing okay-ish. So I thought, okay, let's try again.
These names.
Gordon. My name is No. So I thought, okay, let's try again. Let's try again. I can do this. I can do this. Just need to practice a little bit.
The map is always the same.
Yes. So jumping ahead a little bit. Here we are in level 3 again. As you can see, the pile of crap I'm collecting doesn't look like a dang thing.
I wish I knew what that was.
You might have noticed the problem going on in that other screen over there. No pizza here. No pizza here.
Death.
Dead. Okay. That a little annoyed, but you know, I got the level 3 again. There's only 4 levels. Let's try again. Here's level 2. Skipping ahead again. Dead. Yeah. Okay. And well, let's try again. Here we are. Is this level 1?
Yeah.
No, it's level 3.
Oh, okay. Phew.
Dead.
Rip.
I believe this is the point where I kind of threw my hands up after hours at this point of maybe not hours, but after almost an hour of playing this game straight.
This might be impossible.
Yeah. This is the point where I decided, oh hey, this had a trainer in it. I want to see the end of this. Let's warp speed through all this crap. Trainer's on now. The rest of this video is my final run that I did. The run with the trainer on. So there's plenty of time to talk about bad game design if we want to. So you might be wondering what the trainer does.
I am wondering.
Eventually we'll see it. What it does is it gives you infinite lives. It removes the dog catcher truck as an actual hazard for all intents and purposes. You still get stopped for a loading screen, but you don't lose a life.
Okay.
Which sounds fine and dandy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. So let's come back to that a little later. I'm still mystified as to why you need pizza to catch a cat.
That's a good question.
Now, you are an RPG person mostly, right?
Yeah, mostly RPGs.
So you've played some bad RPGs, right?
A few.
What kind of bad stuff do you come across in RPGs? Because you play RPGs way more than I do.
Let's see.
Especially back in the day. I didn't play a lot of RPGs in this era.
Most of the stuff that has been bad has been, like, buggy stuff. For example, if you manage to sneak too far, and then, like, the entire game breaks because you pass by the plot railroad.
Oh, yeah. Break the scripting entirely. That's always fun.
Yeah, we're at a point where that should never happen again now. Games can be big enough to deal with that.
And then with the trend towards open world style, it's highly possible that you will do things not in the developer intended order.
Right.
If you look at something like an Elder Scrolls game, as far as I can tell, the developer intended plot is basically the like crappiest part of the game. Most of the time.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, level 1 was cleared without difficulty this time. At this point, I still had no idea what the trainer actually does. I didn't even get touched by an enemy or anything. Might also notice that there's a timer, but it's counting up. And I wouldn't really think anything of it, because in the high score screen, there's a time-related function. So I was like, okay, it's just kind of like a score, you know? To break ties. You get to a certain level, if you all get to the same level, whoever got there faster is considered higher on the score list. That makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, if it was a timer that mattered, it wouldn't be counting up. That doesn't make any sense. I would say one of the biggest problems in video games, especially in old video games like this one, is I mentioned the collision detection being maybe 50-50 at best.
Okay.
That really kind of does bad things for video games if you can't reliably know, if I touch this, something will happen.
Yeah.
And right now, you can see this other problem. This game requires a number of things to happen / not happen in order to be successful in it. One is all your items need to really not spawn on the same screen. And here's where I learned what the trainer does. There was basically no dodging around that thing. No lives lost. Getting hit by the truck also resets the position of the truck, but I don't remember if it moves Willy. Willy might stay where he was. Very carefully poking my head into the screen because I'd just seen Willy go that way. The other thing that needs to not happen to be able to be successful in this is the truck / Willy, especially Willy, need to decide not to just like dance around on top of the objects you need to be able to move on. If they can and will just basically spawn camp you forever, if they feel like it. Here we are at the dreaded level 3. Given the stream and my attempts thus far at this, I get the feeling that you were not intended to finish this level. And I got hit by Willy here, but I didn't have anything, so, you know, whatever. Sure way the trainer dealt with Willy too. What would the point be? Yeah, given the layout of the map, the fact that the enemies now 100% home in on your position as soon as they see you, forever. And the fact that there's only 2 pizzas now. I honestly feel like it was intended that you would not be able to finish this level or the game. I feel like there's no way a, like, actual non-robot human being would be able to do this. Also, speaking of the terrible collision detection, you might have noticed that I got run over by the truck and Willy there a couple of times before I noticed.
Yeah.
Also, you might notice my progress is gone. So all the trainer did was give you infinite lives. It didn't deal with the actual problem. But you know what? That's fine. That's fine. Given enough persistence and luck, because that's really what it comes down to, this should still be doable. I can't ever run out of lives. It might take me, like, hours. But if I can't get a game over, I will eventually have the right circumstances arise to be able to complete this stupid game.
And then you can see all the wonderful elf art.
Yes. The only reason to do this. What's the most recent bad game you've played that you can think of? Tough question, huh?
That's a tough question. I try not to play bad games. I'm not like you.
Yeah, unfortunately, I can only enjoy games that are complete, insufferable garbage now. Breath of the Wild was really good, so I had absolutely no fun with it.
Liar face.
That was cool, wasn't it? The conga line of Alf, Willie, and a dog catcher.
I will say that I do not like things that are completely, like, RNG-based.
So this.
Yeah. Even in, like, the RPGs. Oh, hey, here's an enemy that can cast a spell that might kill you. And it can cast it on your entire team. Alright, let's roll the dice and see if you survive or not.
Well, it could be worse. I seem to recall you telling me in Dragon Warrior 2 there was an enemy that could cast a spell that would guaranteed kill your entire team. In the wonderful Road to Roan, which is probably triggering people right now as I say it.
I don't think you heard that from me.
No?
I don't think so. I think you heard that elsewhere.
Did you ever get that far in
Yes,
Dragon Warrior 2?
I got that far. I never made it past that.
You never finished the Road to Roan?
Yeah, my dad had a map. Like, not one he drew. He had, like, the guidebook. And he made it through. But I never made it through because I didn't understand the guide map. Because I was very young at the time. And then when I went back through and tried to play it again, I didn't have the guide map. And even though I had the internet, I was like, I can't be arsed.
Yeah, all I really know about Road to Roan is that everyone that's played old Dragon Quest games is like, Road to Roan is the worst.
It is the worst. It is bad. It ain't good.
So you've seen a lot of what I do, and you've been a part of some of what I do.
Yep.
What do you think the ratio is for games that are okay to games that are miserable trash on the OGT here?
I'd say you got a 20% chance of a game being fine.
So you're saying it's all weighted towards the awful, miserable garbage side of the spectrum?
Yeah. I would say the majority of things that you play I would never even consider playing.
Because they're awful, or just because they're games that you don't like?
Both. Depends. Depends on the game, but mostly both.
I know you wouldn't play Crusader, because that's not, you're not
It ain't my
an
style.
action kind of game, but that wasn't a bad game. It had some questionable design choices here and there, but...
That said, I'm the one that suggested you play, Skull and Crossbones.
And that's awful.
That's bad. That's just bad, and I liked it as a kid.
Well, the problem there is it's a bad game. It's got, again, really shoddy hit detection, but it's playable.
Yeah, it is playable.
This is, by technical definition of the term playable, as in I am playing it, clearly. And we're going on, it claims 9 minutes, but there's also the load times every time I get zapped that don't get accounted for. I'm also skipping through with the emulator's warp speed function, which lets it just load at whatever speed your processor can handle. It also makes games run at that speed, which is obviously probably impossible to actually play. And look at that truck, it's stuck in the garage where I need to go.
Good. Oh well, you have the trainer on.
Yeah, if I didn't have the trainer on, that would have been real DS right there. Because they couldn't get out. I had to suicide into it. I haven't been paying attention to the time on the video. How long have I been in this one level?
I don't know.
Making no progress because the game can just decide at will, yeah, you're done. Like that, right there. Even better, for no reason, the pizza times out. Is Alf eating it?
I assume he is.
But it... And there again, change screens, dead.
Maybe it's not that you need a pizza to lure a cat. You need the pizza to fuel Alf enough to be able to get a cat.
That's still stupid, but I'm willing to accept it. Because it's less stupid than you need a pizza to get the cat. Because cats don't care about pizza.
Unless it smells particularly cheesy or anchovy.
This could be an anchovy pizza. It's an 8-bit computer game, so it's impossible to tell. I'm sure if I had the manual of this, it would explain probably nothing, but... It'll probably tell us at least what that thing in the corner is supposed to be. My assumption is spaceship. Like, garbage spaceship.
It looks like it's building a sliding puzzle, doesn't it?
Well, I'm pretty sure it is building a sliding puzzle, but what is the sliding puzzle supposed to be? Because, I mean, you can't really finish off the crap sandwich that is this game without having, like, a terrible sliding puzzle to go with it. You know?
Sure you can.
I mean, yeah, you can be a sane human being and have given up, like, 30 minutes ago. Says the guy who is 31 minutes into a video.
God.
I chopped like 30 minutes out of this. Into skipping to, I failed 5 times in a row. Back there.
Well, what's the most recent bad game you played?
In terms of being bad relative to the rest of, like, its series, probably Dragon Age 2.
Oh.
Which I say as someone who liked Dragon Age 2, I was apparently the target audience for it because I like bad video games. But in comparison to, especially Inquisition, and for some people, the first one, I can see why people didn't like it as much.
I liked the first one a lot, and I liked Inquisition a lot, and then the second one was just... It was like, I have to play this because it's part of the series, basically.
That said, I still couldn't let Hawk get killed in the in that one mission in Inquisition.
Again, you liked that game, though.
Did you let Hawk get killed?
No, but I'm a good guy.
Well, honestly, with the way I had done things, my choices were Hawk or a Grey Warden that I barely knew, so... Like, if it had been Hawk or Alistair, I probably would have let Hawk
Eat it.
go. But...
I think Alistair has finally earned immunity. Assuming he survived the first game.
Actually, that depends. Because he can show up in that scene as the Grey Warden.
What?
If you had him survive, but he's not king.
Oh, that's bad. Well, that didn't happen in my game. I made him the king. I was like, sorry, buddy, you're gonna deal with it.
I was tempted to say Mass Effect 3, but the game itself wasn't bad. The ending was cop-out.
That's another thing of recent games that is bad, is endings. Endings being crap.
Yeah, I remember you got so mad at seeing me finish Fallout 3 and seeing the terrible ending to Fallout 3 that was with the base game that you were like, yeah, never
That's
playing it again.
And I haven't since then played Fallout 3. I stopped. I was like enjoying it too. I was having fun with that game, and then I was like, no.
Knowing that was all for naught.
Speaking of which...
I mean, look, there's like 15 minutes of video left. I surely would not put you through this entire thing and not have finished it. I mean, come on.
Hurry up, then.
Look, I'm doing the best I can, okay?
No, it's not okay. I'm still watching this shit.
You know what I don't get about this game in particular? You're a floating head on the map, which I get. It's top-down view. Well, they went through all the trouble of, like, animating the crap out of ALF in the corner there. Like, why?
That's a good question.
And he even moves in the direction relative that you are moving, if you're moving left and right. It just seems like a weird attention to detail that doesn't need to be there.
Maybe it's just to, like, be like, no, this is seriously ALF, you guys.
Yeah, this game, I think, is a product of a very common thing that happened in the time of 8-bit computers of licensed cash-in garbage.
I like that that garbage can spawned on your garage.
Yeah, that's good, isn't it? Yeah, this was... Okay, we got the super popular license to ALF, which may have been a lie even back at the time. We need to make a game on it real quick to cash in on all these, like, major ALF fans that totally actually exist. I also learned from someone in the Obscure Game Discord server that there was an Apple II version of this.
Was it better?
Straight up the same game. I have no idea. I only saw a still of it, but this was on the Apple II also.
Alright.
My guess would be no, it wasn't.
Oh my god, you got all the cats.
Okay.
No! Oh, okay.
Yeah, I just ate that. Like, screw it, I have infinite lives. Okay. And look, one of the boxes spawned right there. Look at that.
Oh my god. Can you do it?
Is that a space shuttle? And there's the other one, it was right there. Look at that. I'm gonna die again, but you know what? That's okay.
Now we only need a key. Get the key. You can do it.
And now you can tell that that thing in the corner is...
It's right there. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Yeah, see? With enough time, eventually everything will just kind of work out. So let's see what our new art is.
Alright.
They didn't even try.
Okay.
This is one of the reasons why I think, okay, they didn't intend for anyone to see this. You know?
Yeah. What?
Okay, so this level. This level is... I'm dead. This level is the epitome of all the bad design decisions in this game. There is one way around the screens. It is all this.
Oh.
There is, like, one pizza. Maybe two. The only way to the bottom left screen is to go through this screen and out through that corner up there.
What?
And this screen is separated into two halves. One you can only get from by going through all three other screens, and one that's attached to the first screen.
Oh.
There is no direct route.
Rip.
And given the fact that you can't see at all on the other screens, as you might imagine, this makes this incredibly unfun.
Well, at least Willie didn't spawn on top of you this time.
I saw him though. Did you see him?
Yeah, I saw him. Did he see you?
He's right there. So I can't go that way. I can't go left because there's no pizzas there or on this screen. Yeah, I'm dead. If they had left it to 4 pizzas, I think that would help. Dead. And getting hit by Willie respawns everything on the level. Dead. So yeah. This right here. This, I think, is legitimately not doable. I'm sure someone in the comments will point me to a video of someone clearing this. But I do not accept that a regular human being who has not spent their entire life playing this game could do this.
So if there is somebody out there who has played this game and beat it and recorded it for posterity, you're gonna believe that they have spent their entire life playing ALF.
Yes.
Wow.
If you exist, person in question, please confirm or deny. If you exist and happen to be watching this video. Also, please tell me why this is actually a good game and why my opinion is wrong and bad.
Why are you trying to infuriate people on the internet?
Oh my god, I have 4 cats. Could this be it?
You don't need to do that.
Could this be it? Oh my god, I have 4 cats and a part.
Where's the next part?
Not there.
Shit. And Willie's down there.
Okay, he's moved. There it is. There it is. There it is.
Oh god, but
we don't know where he is. He's right there. And this is actually where I learned everything's gone. That was the first time I'd ever been caught by Willie when I had all the cats, so I wasn't certain if it was going to wipe out everything or not. And look, all the pizza are in the farthest possible point from the spawn. And there's Willie, with no way to get around him.
And he ran away from you. Come back. Just let it be over. There you go.
So yeah, the timer claims 19 minutes have passed. It's more like, probably more like 45 minutes at this point of real time. Except it's not. It's like maybe 30.
I was playing Breath of the Wild while you were doing this, wasn't I?
Yep.
So I spend my time doing something fun, and this is what you were doing in response.
Yep.
I worry about you.
I'm sure you heard me, like, probably cursing loudly at this point.
I did. I was wondering what the hell was going on.
But look, I can eventually win this. Level 3 finished eventually. It might take me all night. Dead. But...
And I was having too much fun to pay attention to you, so I don't know if it did or not.
This game. Honestly, chronicling things like this are kind of why I started doing the Obscure Games Theater to begin with. There are things like this that nobody knows, nobody remembers. There's a reason for it.
Just watching this is like pulling my own teeth out of my face.
But I feel like these things deserve a chance, you know?
A chance?
To be remembered, at least. For good or for ill. Preferably for ill in this case. Also, this one single music loop has been playing this whole time.
I hate it. I feel like I'm going a little crazy. Like I'm having a circus dream.
Can't sleep, clowns will eat me, etc., etc. Can't sleep, Alf will eat me. And end my suffering. Please climb it again and claim me. Dead. Actually, you know what? You know what? I think I figured out what could fix this. In theory. If there was just, like, maybe in some of this black space off on the left, just, like, Willie, the truck, and an arrow. They are this direction from you if they're not on screen.
I don't think that would help. in this particular level. I think
Yeah,
they'd have to open it up a little bit more, make a few more options on where to go.
Yeah, this level would need to be redone, no matter what. This is not acceptable level design for a game like this with the enemies that they have. Actually, the one thing that would definitely fix this game, 100%, it would still be awful to play, but it would not be absolutely infuriating.
Remove the tracking when they're off screen.
That could actually make it playable, worthwhile to play, like doable. If they didn't want to go that far, make it so that Willy just takes away a life. Don't wipe out your progress. Just kill you. End the suffering a little faster if you're going to go this route. There's no need. This game is short, I get it. You wanted to expand it out. You wanted to waste people's time. So, okay, enemy that can remove your progress 100%. Okay, I understand the thought process there. The game's short, we need to make it worth people's money through fake difficulty as they did back in the day. But, with only 3 lives, and maybe get rid of the regenerating lives if you want to make it really tough still, having 2 enemies that can kill you would have done just fine. That's what I think, at least. Other option, maybe, you know, the ghosts in Pac-Man all had individual, like, AI patterns. Maybe give these guys some kind of actual, like, decision-making process as opposed to just, we're gonna move completely at random unless we see you. That might have helped. There was no fixing this level, though. This level
This needs to be scrapped.
Yeah, this is just unfixable. Even if they just like removed like the 2 grass blocks underneath that building on the screen we were just on to make a path through so you can get to all screens reasonably. Like, this is okay. There's ways around things here, in theory, if the enemies didn't laser lock onto you when they saw you. And that was me forgetting to turn off the warping mode before, I also don't think the garbage cans really needed to be here. Especially considering there's like 5 of them now, apparently. Do you see all those?
Yeah.
Like, what value does having something that makes it so you can't move for a couple of seconds add to this?
I don't know.
Why is there an ALF billboard?
I wondered that when we were doing the stream, actually. Like, why is ALF advertising himself in his town, where he's supposed to be hiding out?
Okay, so you might be wondering what just happened. The screen just went black.
What happened?
And right about now is when something dawned on me.
What? Game over.
So let's back it up a bit here. Let's back up. Let's back up and take a look at what happened. I would have done some slow-mo, but I'm not that good at editing.
Okay.
So let's back it up. Let's back up a little bit.
Alright, alright.
Here we are.
Okay.
I get killed by the truck. That doesn't matter. I've got infinite lives. That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going along, trucking along. Let's stop it right here. You see something? Let's zoom it in a little.
Hollywood?
There is a time limit.
What?
You have 24 minutes. Game over.
Why?
It counts up. Game over.
Why?
This is when I gave up. Anyways, I think that's all I've got on this miserable mess. Later, guys.